Good morning. If anyone is watching us live, do feel free to say hello. Pip and Michael joining us again today for our first draw along of our new term. Hi Eden, thank you for joining us. So I know that everything's working fine, that's always a good bonus. First draw along of our new term where we have moved east and we are visiting China virtually and looking at the animals and wildlife around China. Starting with, I know a lot of people were looking forward to this one, the red panda. Isn't he or she just adorable? So this is the image we're going to be drawing from today. If you haven't got it already, you can see it in the discussion tab of this event. I prefer to work on a device because it allows me to enlarge and then I can see the details a lot more clearly rather than a printout. But whatever way works for you is fine as well. Joe says good morning everyone as well. Hello to Molly. Oh good, we've got some familiar names as well. So I'm just going to be using a standard HB pencil, which I've put down somewhere, and now I've lost. Where is it? Oh, there. I'm going to be using a standard HB pencil to sketch out my red panda, and then I'm using, these are the colours I've picked out so far when I get to that point. So we've got some reds and oranges, browns, some greens and black as well. So hi from Maisie and Rosie. We are so excited for the red panda. Michael, you excited for the red panda? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is it your favourite animal?
No, foxes.
Fox is the favourite animal. We did the Arctic fox last term. Red panda must be one of your top 5. Second favourite animal.
Panda comes second.
Oh, wicked. So, and hi from Claire, hi from Nina and Zoe, hello from Abby. Awesome, thanks for joining us. So if you're new to this, there is no right or wrong way of drawing. This is just your way. I'm just showing you how I draw, which probably isn't the technically correct way of drawing if you were to ask an art teacher. Most people would say that you need to grid out your page accurately, blah, blah, blah. That just bores me, so I just do it the way I want to do it. Molly says, I'm drawing it for my nana because she loves red pandas. Oh, that's a lovely idea. Maybe you could give it to her for Valentine's Day. I'm just going to show you how I would draw it, give you some tips on what works for me, but you don't have to follow the way I do it. You can do it entirely your own style. Maybe you've got some tips that you want to share with other people as well. And then whilst we're drawing, we're going to learn a little bit about the red pandas. For example, did you know that they had many names? So other than the first panda and original panda, red pandas are known by many names, including firefox, it's cute, I like that name, red bear cat, or red cat bear, and the lesser panda. So I think the firefox one, I think that's my favourite. So should we get started then? So I'm going to start off sketching really lightly and roughly just to try and get everything on the page. So I don't want to spend too much time on this bit because if it's wrong, I've got to rub it out and start again. So I'm just literally trying to work out where the head goes, where the body is, and where the tail goes. Now, unfortunately, our picture crops off the tail, but I'm going to try my best to sort of fill in the gaps and work it out myself. So I'm just sketching really lightly at the moment. So all I've got is like a rough shape for where the head would be, a rough shape for the body, and now I'm quite happy that the way I've put it on my page means I'm not cutting off any important features. So I've got a real bad habit of starting the wrong part of the page and then I get to the head or something and I'm like, oh, I've got to cut an ear off now, which isn't ideal. So I'm quite happy with that as a starting point. So when I've got a rough sketch, I can then go in and start putting in more details and getting the proportions a little bit more accurate. So I think I'm going to draw part of the branch that he's clinging onto as well. To give it some perspective, it's going to look like he's floating in the air like the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. Which actually he looks a bit like, with the rings as well. So we can see the sort of back leg hunched underneath him. And then his arms hugging. I can't really see the claws or anything. It's quite dark, isn't it? So I don't know if he's got his paws tucked underneath his body, quite possibly. Who knows? Right. Obviously the important bit is his face. Now his eyes and his nose are really quite low down, and then you've got a big space of head and then these big triangular shaped ears as well. So it's important to me that I get the features in roughly the right place. So his eyes are really low down towards his nose. So Lunify's asked where the picture is. Joe's just put the link on just above your comment. So if you click on that, you should be able to find it. And what's a really important feature on this drawing as well is making sure the markings are correct. So those stripes that we see on his face, the red stripes, are going amongst the white. And we'll try and get some stripes in on the towel as well, using our imagination because we can't see much of it.
I've had to rub out the face.
It's not going well, Michael?
No.
Well, we've had a week off, so it's going to take us a little while to warm up, isn't it? So I think that's not a bad starting point for a warm-up drawing. And he's got quite nice round eyes. He seems to be staring straight at us. So now I've got the rough lines in place, I will rub out the guidelines. Victoria's, but I've tried to email, but the email's bounced back. Is your inbox full? Is there a problem with your email? Not that we're aware of. That's the correct address. We did have our out of office on though until 9 o'clock this morning. So if you got a bounce back saying we're out of office, that'd be why, because we were on annual leave last week. We had a little family break. So if you've sent it in the last couple of hours and there's a problem with it, then I'll take a look. But I've been receiving emails today, so as far as I'm aware, it's all working properly. But do give me a shout. Okay, I'm not sure about his eyes. He looks a bit surprised in my picture, so I might have to adjust that. Maybe I've done them a bit too round. Yeah, I'll just shallow it up at the top there. So I'm pretty much already ready to start using colour and put in these extra details with the colours I'm going to use. So then I'm going to start with the eyes because I just like to. So he's got a tiny little black pupil. So I'm going to zoom into the eye so I can see a bit more clearly. He's got a tiny little black pupil, but then his eyes are brown. And he's got some white highlight in the eye as well, which is what really will help it to look realistic. If you keep that in there, makes it looks like it's got a shiny eye. So and then he's got a black edging around his eyes as well. So we'll get that in too. Mine looks evil, Jace, but try adjusting the angle of your eye or softening the top of it. So if it's like, you might find that the angle that you've got is what's making him look evil if you prefer him to look cute. So maybe try and make the eye more round if it's looking too slanty. That can affect the character, I think.
I've done the body way too big.
Have you?
Yeah. The head's too small.
And then, okay, this sort of brown, I think. I don't know how to do the legs. The legs are tricky because I think he's sitting on his legs a little bit. So I don't think you can see his feet. So they're just going to look like little stumps. But when you get to that point, as long as you're creating the fur texture and you can sort of see the fluffiness, I think you'll be all right. got another fact for you. So they spend, oh I love this one, this is something I can relate to, they spend 2/3 of their day sleeping. So red pandas will sleep for up to 17 hours a day. So they're only awake for what, 7 hours a day? Is that right? 7 hours a day. They've been identified as both nocturnal and crepuscular. I think I've said that right, which means that they're active during the twilight hours as well. And they prefer to rest on tree branches or in tree hollows, like our red panda is doing here. So now I need to start going in. Oh no, I'm going to do the nose next. Again, you can't, because it's so dark, you can't see a lot of the detail. But where, if you think back to the fox drawings we've done, it's going to be a very similar shape. So you can sort of, you can fill in the blanks, if you like, from memory of what you did when you drew your Arctic fox, if you joined us on that one, which is what I'm doing here. Oh, went out the line. Now we can just see a little bit of his lips and his chin as well. What type of pencil I'm using? I'm using watercolour pencils to colour now. I was just using a standard HB pencil, just a standard writing pencil, to draw my outline. But now I'm using watercolour pencils. In the most part, these are called, they're a set from Castle Arts, and they're quite nice to work with. So I'm going for like this is an orange deep, cadmium, orange deep for some of the fur, and I'll probably mix in some brown as well as I go along. So this is a cinnamon I'm using to get some variations in the tone, because it isn't just a bright orange stripe or red. There's lots of different colours within his fur. I'm going to try and use that, or show that at least. And you'll see my pencil strokes at the longer, fluffy bits of fur, my pencil strokes go longer to try and depict that as well. Now I've done that, I think his eye needs a darker brown in it, because his eyes are matching his fur colour, which actually from the picture they're not. So I'm just going to go over with a darker brown. I think that looks a little bit better. That's better. Looks more realistic. Where did you get your pencils? Probably Amazon, if I'm honest. My watercolour pencils don't work that well. Yeah, do you know, I used to use quite a cheap set of watercolour pencils in the past, and when you add the water, it's quite diluted. You don't get as strong of bold colours from them. So I upgraded last year to this set. My set was quite expensive because it's got 120 pencils, I think, in it. But you don't need all them colours, because we can make a lot of those colours. So Castle Arts is the brand, and I'm quite impressed with them. And he's got these little eyebrow bits in like a fainter orange going up here. Sort of gives him that cute, surprised expression, I think. And then the fur starts turning more orangey up the top of the head. Can we follow this later rather than live? Yes, absolutely you can. Had a crisis this morning, haven't been able to join in yet. Oh no, I hope it gets sorted soon. Yeah, the live stays on our Facebook page, as long as Facebook allows it, to be fair, so it should be sitting there for you whenever you're ready. I'd have a cup of tea first. If you've had to deal with a stressful crisis already this morning, that's not a good start to a Monday, is it? And I will put more of that other brownie colour that I was using into his fur. I can hear Michael furiously colouring. I don't know if that's picking up on the microphone, but he is in the zone right now. And the stripes get a little bit darker in tone around the edge of the face as well, so I'm going to do that a bit more bold with the colour there. Another little fact for you, this is adorable, Michael, you're going to love this. Red pandas sleep in their towel. So a red panda's towel can measure from 12 to 20 inches long, which is almost the length of their body, and that provides them with supreme balance whilst they're navigating the treetops. So obviously they spend a lot of their time in their treetops, so helps them to ensure they don't fall out. But they also use these towels as a wraparound blanket in the chilly mountain habitat. So they tuck themselves up into their towel to keep warm. We see our dog do that sometimes, don't we?
Yeah.
I'm quite pleased with how this one's going so far. Considering I do a week off, sometimes it takes me a little while to get back into things, but actually I think this is a nice one to start with. I'm going to go with some dark brown and black now, where he's got dark brown, very dark brown to black legs. I'd say it's black actually, looking at it. It's really black, isn't it? So I think we'll switch. Now what I did forget is that when you're using black tones, it's really good to have a blue undertone. That's what helps to make it all look a bit more realistic and shiny. So I'm going to use a bluish colour underneath first of all. Looks strange to begin with, but bear with. We learnt this when we drew Roxy, didn't we, last year? If you put a blue base on it first, definitely helps. I don't like that we can't see his legs, it's going to look odd. How can we fix this? It is just that his arm's tucked underneath himself, so I can't even see the paw to be able to guess what it would look like. How can we adapt this drawing so it makes more sense to us?
No, that's why it's got a monkey paw.
Have you drawn the paw on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well done, Michael. So I'm just roughly adding colour because obviously I'll be using the water to turn this into paint. So I don't have to be too fussy because I can move it around a little bit later. Now that I look at this, you know you said you did your body too big. I think my body might be too small. Oh well, we'll adjust it slightly. Mine looks like a potato. Yeah, well, not, I think mine has got a potato-y look about it, to be fair. I'm still on the face. That's absolutely, we don't have to all work at the same pace. That's the beauty of home ed, isn't it? We don't have to rush to keep up or slow down, so you just work at what the pace works for you. Let's pause to take a bit of tea though, needed a bit of caffeine. Michael's already adding water, so...
Yeah, I've got a whole green background to do though.
Oh, okay.
That's probably getting
Michael likes to work quite quickly. I have to tell him to slow down sometimes. Show me up. Yum. Potato's a brilliant name for a red panda. Good point, though. I like that. Mine looks possessed. That's not the look we're going for. Is it the eyes? Do the eyes need adjusting?
Mine
Or
looks
are you going to
hungry.
have an evil red panda? We associate them being cute, but maybe that's, you know, their superpower. They lure you into a false sense of security because they look so cute.
Mine looks hungry.
Is he? So, why do you think they're red, Michael?
To blend in with the jungle and mine.
Yeah, it's for camouflage. So they blend in great with the red moss, white lichen and yellow, orange, red foliage of their forest habitat. And their black bellies make them difficult to see from below. So obviously their legs and their stomachs are black. If a predator is looking up, they can't see them
Yeah.
in the darker canopy.
I've
Oh,
got-
that's cute. I'm pretty sure mine's name is Sunset. That's a nice name.
I've got many greens to do the background. Many.
Nice. You can spend a decent amount of time
Got
doing
about
that,
20
can't you?
greens here. I've got 17 greens.
Wow. My friend really likes red pandas, but she moved to Scotland. Oh, wow. I mean, a lot of people like red pandas. I think that film Red probably helped with it, didn't it?
Red.
Yeah. But they are quite adorable, really, aren't they? They look like teddy bears.
I've got about a million teddy bears of red pandas.
Yeah, you have, yeah. Depicting very fluffy tufts on the ears. So they don't have a black outline on the picture, obviously, but because I'm drawing on white paper, I'm using the black to sort of depict the outline. If I had time, what I would do is not do that and just use the green to then create the background. But I never normally have time to do all that. Molly, I live in Scotland and there's a zoo that has red pandas. Oh, nice. We've got a local wildlife park that's got a couple of red pandas.
So you live in 26.
We are doing well, aren't we?
I was like, what's that noise? Is it raining? It's bright blue outside. How is it raining?
Me furiously adding colour.
I was just like, is that the rain?
Going with the body colour.
It's quite sunny today, which is nice.
It's still cold though, isn't it?
Yeah, but, you know, that's good.
It's nice that we've got sunlight, yeah. It still feels like it's been a while.
Yeah, I can't wait for summer. Finally won't need the heaters.
I look out the window and I see sun and imagine a red panda driving my red car. Maybe you could put that into your illustration. Remember, there's no rules. You don't have to follow the picture exactly. If you wanted to add in some imaginative props, you could do.
Put some cool sunglasses on it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a way of fixing it if you're not happy with the way you've drawn the eyes, wouldn't it? Just draw some sunglasses on top of
have
them.
a pizza in its paw if you can't draw the paw properly.
Yeah. Good thinking.
That's actually not a bad idea, actually.
Isn't it? At Marwell Zoo, there's a red panda, but when we went, it was very camera shy, and all we saw of it was his back and his bum. Yeah, ours are a bit like that, the ones local to us, but we're often there when they're feeding them. They feed them by hand, so they come right out and take little grapes and fruit from them. Do you remember when we did?
Yeah. I just realised I can put the pizza at the end of its tail.
What, like it's holding it with its tail?
No, it's just like it's part of its tail.
You're going well off now, aren't you? You're on one. I love it. There was in the movie Turning Red. Yeah, we've watched it a few times. Now, did red pandas become popular because of the film, or did they make the film because red pandas were popular?
I don't know.
Did you like? Yeah, because you liked red pandas before you watched the film, didn't you?
I love red pandas, and then I like foxes. Foxes were always my favourite animal. They're such fascinating creatures, foxes. I'm going to turn into Diva to tell facts about the foxes.
Lost me facts on the red pandas. Oh, this is a good one. Red pandas are almost glow in the dark.
Really? That's so cool.
The white on their face is almost luminescent and can guide a mother's lost cubs in the darkness.
Yeah, because of
Their reddish tear tracks extending from the red panda's eyes to the corner of their mouth may help keep the sun out of their eyes as well. That's what they suspect that's what all about.
Let's just hope they're not crying for no reason. I think maybe he's got because I always put the tongue poking out for an animal. I think he's poking his tongue out because he wants a pizza. Maybe I could put pizza in his mouth. Oh, it's too late now. I put colours on.
Right, I need to get into his towel. past. So I should have time to do a bit of the branch as well. Remember, you guys don't have to rush necessarily. You can take your time.
I've got homework to catch up with.
Yeah.
But first, lunch.
Food always comes first.
I've got cup noodles next one.
My stomach's rumbling.
Can
you hear that?
I was like,
Oh no. Oh wait, I think food needs to come next, doesn't it? Definitely.
yeah, it does. And done. Right, I need yellow. With cheese.
So you're going all out on. I'll have to show everyone what you've done when you finish.
Definitely.
There's a lot of green on the tree, which I'm going to try and depict. Add a bit of more colour to the page. I'm using the side of the pencil just to work it in quickly. Create a bit of texture as well that way. And then in with the brown as well, doing the same thing. I'm not spending too much time fussing on this bit though, because the focus needs to be the panda, not the tree. Oh my belly's really growling.
No.
In with the black as well. Oh, my hand's cramping up. So, red pandas stand on their hind legs. Did you know that?
No.
So when provoked or threatened, they'll stand on their hind legs to make themselves look bigger. So brown bears do that. They'll stand up, and the big aggressive ones, they'll stand up on their back legs to make themselves look bigger. And the red panda does it as well. Although I don't believe that a red panda could ever look frightening. Yeah, or ferocious.
They can't bite you.
Oh, I'm sure they've got little teeth that could do a little bit of damage, yeah. But they're not.
That's why they're
They don't look intimidating. They're just too cute to look intimidating, aren't they?
That's why they're endangered, because everyone that it's easy to capture because they
Oh,
can't
yeah.
hurt them.
Yeah, so some other facts. When it gets really cold, red pandas wrap their tail around themselves, like we know, and they go into a deep sleep, reducing their metabolic demands and lowering both their core temperature and respiration rate. This process is called torpor. A red panda's diet consists mostly of bamboo leaves, which don't provide much nutrition. So to compensate for that, red pandas only eat young, tender bamboo leaves and can actually become dormant briefly, lowering their metabolic rate to conserve energy. So they go into like an almost temporary hibernation to conserve energy. That's clever. That's a very smart way of surviving, I guess. Maybe that's what I'm doing on a weekend when I want to sleep all the time. Conserve an energy, ready for the coming week. How are we doing?
Done.
You're done? Blimey. I might try and get a bit of green in the background now. After I said I won't have time, I'm going to do it. I'm going to just add it in. Just using the side of the pencil. Oh no, paper broke. Yeah, I've got a dark green in this. Just add a little bit of that in as well. Make it look like foliage in the background. Michael's done, he's already tied it up. Do you want to show your work?
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds, let me just finish this bit. There we go. Oh no.
Yeah, you've done it.
I know, I might be running out of time today. So this is Michael's. So we've got him poking his tongue out. I love this. And obviously this red panda's obsessed with pizza. Michael has decided, like you. Well done, Michael. This is a very hard one. Hopefully enjoyable though.
I found it quite easy.
You've drawn red pandas before though, don't forget.
Yeah.
When we went to the wildlife park, we took a photo. And
Also, thick paintbrush.
yeah, so I'm using a really wide watercolour paintbrush. I don't. Is it too wet? Just to do the background, just to try and soften that up a little bit.
I was like, that looks like a painting brush.
As in the decorator's
Yeah,
paintbrush,
it
it's
looks
quite
like
big,
a
isn't
painting
it?
brush.
Compared to what I normally use.
Yeah. Like to fill little gaps. To feel like
Yeah, it is a watercolour paintbrush, but I may have used acrylic on it, so I might have ruined the bristles. I know, that is.
You did use acrylic on it.
I did
didn't you?
when I painted the windows, yeah,
Don't know why you did.
because we were painting the windows.
Yeah, but I still got my Merry Christmas painted.
Yeah, I need to sort that out. There we go. Got some bristles that have come off of the brush. I'm going to get them off. Oh, get off. It's not going to come off. Oh, this is annoying. I might have to wait for that to dry to be able to take it off. That's really annoying. Ah, there we go. That would have bugged me all the way through. Well done, Michael. Good job, Michael. It looks lovely. Do you like pizza? Oh, slightly. Slightly obsessed with pizza.
It's either pizza or sushi.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's up there now, is it?
I love
Not fish sushi though, like
yeah,
vegetable.
I like the vegetable sushi. That's nice. I've never tried the fish sushi, so I don't know.
Oh, maybe I have to give it a go.
So burgers, pizza, or sushi.
I think sushi's the healthier version,
Yeah,
isn't it?
sushi comes first, then pizza, then burgers.
And what's your favourite pizza?
Meat feast.
Meat feast.
The spicy one as well.
Pepperoni for me.
But if that's only like pizza, then yeah.
Would you be able to read out some facts for me, Michael, whilst I carry on painting? Nice and clearly and slowly, because I know what you're like, a speed reader.
Despite sharing a common name, red pandas are not closely related to giant pandas. Often considered the real panda.
I need to see the word. Where? Phylogenetically.
That's a weird one. The red panda falls under a unique taxonomic group called Spanish Adaridia, sharing common traits with muscelids, which includes raccoons, weasels, and skunks. Giant pandas are classified under a separate, distinct taxonomic family of bears called Eurasidia.
Sounds about right.
However, the plot thickens as the red panda was first discovered in 1825, while the giant panda was discovered much later in 1869. So the red panda was
Discovered first.
Acquiring the name the panda, as both species share similar feeding habits.
Yeah, because they eat their bamboo,
So
don't they?
which one is the real panda?
Ah, so if this, so if the red panda was discovered first
So it's a red panda.
and was named the panda, then technically that you'd think that would make it the true panda.
Mhm.
And so it said as well that they've got similar traits to raccoons. You can see that actually when you look at the tail and the way they live in the trees.
And the small faces.
Yeah. Got some more facts for you there. Read through it in your head first in case there's words that trip you up.
No, that's right.
Okay.
Red? No, already done this. Already done this.
Have you read that one already?
Red pandas go in the dark. We've done that.
Oh yeah, you read that one.
I've done that one.
There's some more.
Well, the first bit is covered in like Egypt writing.
Oh, it's not going to start right. Just read from there.
Red pandas feed mainly on bamboo using their opposable thumb. By using their thumb, like appendages can be used in the same way as that of giant pandas. It is believed that the real panda's opposable thumbs may have evolved as an appellation for grasping branches in trees rather than stripping bamboo. They also eat fruits, roots, suckling grasses, acorns, lichens, and even birds, eggs, insects, and small mammals.
Oh wow. So they are an omnivore.
Yeah.
They will eat bird, eggs and like rodents, I assume it means, by small mammals.
In the wild, there are two formally recognised subspecies of red panda, although recent studies suggest that there might be two separate species. Alirus fungans.
You don't need to read out their names. There's two
Yeah.
subspecies of red
They
pandas.
can be found resting or snoozing above the ground, lying dangled or curled up on the tree branches, depending on the weather.
Nice.
Couldn't say weather then. In the wild, the red panda prefers a solitary nocturnal life. It is mainly active during the... I've already read that one as well.
Keep going.
Early hours of the morning. During daylight hours, they can be found resting or snoozing above... Oh, I said that then.
Have you lost your place?
Red pandas are currently listed as endangered species by the IUCN.
Yeah.
And their numbers are believed to be less than 10,000 individuals in the wild.
10,000? Let me just double check that.
10,000.
Yeah, you're right, 10,000.
Ah, I know my maths. However, the exact figure remains unknown, like the UFO. Habitat loss, fragmentation, and
Deforestation?
no, it says degradation.
Degradation.
Degradation are major threats to wild red pandas. Poaching is also one of the threats to the species. As red pandas are killed for food, medicine, pet trade, and their distinctive red fur. Apart from the poaching, the surviving red panda populations are also vulnerable to disease.
Oh. So, once again, most of the threats to a red pandas come from humans.
Natural disasters and the effects of climate change. For example, as temperature rises, the red panda will need to move to higher elevations. Red panda's diet is 98% bamboo.
98%.
98% bamboo. Red pandas have to eat 20 to 30% of their body weight in bamboo. Can eat up to 20,000 leaves.
Wow.
Each day?
Each day.
My God. bamboo doesn't offer much nutritional
value.
So tired. And they can only digest about 24% of it. So why do red pandas eat it? Well, bamboo can grow rapidly and
abundantly
in cloud forests where red pandas live, and because it's such a low-calorie option, there isn't much competition for bamboo among the local wildlife, so it can be a plentiful food source. While bamboo makes up most of the red panda's diet, they also occasionally eat, eggs, insects, flowers.
So basically, because bamboo is in abundance, and we've got bamboo in the garden, and it does get out of control. It grows very quickly. They've adapted, like the giant panda, to eat bamboo, even though there's not much nutritional value, because other animals aren't after it. So there's always going to be loads of it, but obviously they have to eat a lot of it to get any nutritional value, because there isn't much nutritional value in it. How are we all doing? Just joining. I'm a little bit late from Abba. Thanks for joining us, Abba. Never too late.
And plus there's a recording, so it's fine.
Yeah. How long have I got left? I'm doing all right.
I've got 12 minutes. 12 minutes to
My stomach is really dry.
It's about 50 times it's grumbled. Give me food now, I'm so hungry. I'm so thirsty. They don't really make noises for pandas, do they?
I don't know, actually. Maybe Google it. Do they have a little call or? Crackers for lunch, yummy. Oh, especially if there's cheese on it. That would definitely.
Or any request, just put like brie on it.
Brie? Yeah, you're strange. I don't like brie.
You don't like it. You just like
just plain old cheddar for me.
Like cheddar, yeah.
So again, if you're new here, don't forget that this evening between 6 and 9 p.m, a post will be coming up of this picture that I'm drawing now, inviting you to share your work if you'd like some written feedback from me. Don't have to do it, it's just there if you'd like to, but you need to put it on before 9 p.m. So you might want to set a reminder on the phone around 6 p.m, just reminding you to post, to check on the Facebook page, or follow the page, and then you should receive notification when it goes up.
You can get Panda Squishmallows. Sorry, I mean sound.
It is cheese, good. And then I like pickles, like pickled onions or piccalilli. But we're really going off track now. It's because I'm hungry.
Oh, they just squeak.
They squeak. Oh, that's cute.
It sounds like a little bird. They only do it like when they're like excited or like playing. So I'm playing with another red panda.
Was it a baby?
That's just a bird. Why is it calling birds? Oh, like a red panda, thank you.
What are we drawing next week? I was just thinking about that. We are drawing the golden snub-nosed monkey, which I think is going to be a challenging one because monkeys are quite similar in features to humans. So I find that a bit trickier. And the image, it's already up, the event's already planned, so you can see the image in the discussion board. It's a really bright, colourful little creature. So we're going to be learning all about them as well. If you've ever watched The Golden Compass, there's a golden snub-nosed monkey in there.
Golden Compass?
It's a series. I got really into it. I don't think you've watched it though, Michael.
The first thing, polar bear and armour.
Ah, well, I love The Golden Compass. I was mildly obsessed.
It's the second one.
I watched them all. So there was a film that was made,
Yeah.
and they never followed it up. Because is there another one being made? Oh my goodness.
No, there is literally a second one.
No, there's a series that they then made that was on the TV, and that's what I was mildly obsessed with. How's this looking so far? I'm going to try and put in some green underneath as well. I'm going to have to turn my page so it makes more sense to me when I'm doing this.
No, there's only one.
Yeah, they never followed it up. I was hoping they'd make.
And then they couldn't.
I don't think the film was as popular as they thought it was going to be, which I was quite disappointed about because I wanted there to be a second film.
We can make the second film. Just get a polar bear.
Yeah.
Mama. Get a few people. Don't ask.
Now, I haven't read the books, Molly, but I know I should. Books are always generally better.
Yeah.
So I really should, but
You need to read
it's not often with me, just finding the time. So I'm just going in with my black pencil, just adding in a few more details, making the colour. I'm not going to add Peter's to mine now. The other thing I haven't put in is his whiskers. Now they're white on here. They're white on the picture, but I'll probably do them in black. So that you can see them little eyebrow hairs that a lot of these mammals tend to have.
You might finish early today.
There's quite a lot of the books, yeah. There's a whole series of them. You'd probably get into them, Michael, actually.
I've got too many for it.
You need to finish. You've got a whole little library that you need to read in a minute.
Yeah. The only few books I want is the last few Harry Potter books. There's like 4, 5 more.
So if you finish, don't forget that you need to sign your picture.
name.
Did you do yours, Michael?
Yep. And I put pizza right next to it.
The problem, so when you're working on your picture again, when you've already added water, if it's still wet, you get this effect, which is not always ideal. You see it's sort of gone even darker than I really wanted it
Which
to.
is kind of good.
It's not really what I was going for. So just be mindful of that if you're using watercolour pencils and you work back into the painting after you've already put water on it. Oh, my stomach, I do apologise. It's protesting at me right now. How are you doing? Go on, I think I am going to finish early. And I managed to put the background in.
There's a toy outside and it's just staring at us.
Oh, what?
A toy.
Did we read all the facts out, Michael?
Yeah.
I think I'm quite happy with that. If I carry on too much, I can overdo it and ruin it. So I need to sometimes just go, stop, put the pencil down.
Last time.
That was a goldfish I did, didn't
Yeah.
I? And I just, overworked it.
It was the background, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I told you.
Sometimes you need to know when to stop. Because it's not like a maths equation, art, is it? It's not like you go, oh, that's finished. Like, you finished the equation.
Oh, you can never finish it.
Yeah, it's
You can never.
you could keep going on it,
You can never.
and you can never
finish it.
complete art.
No,
There's
yeah.
always more. There's always more that you can draw. There's always more skills you can develop and practice and get better. I think. Should I stop? Should I stop? Or should I keep
Yes.
going?
No.
I can't help it. Right, I've lost my pencil again. There it is. So sign down here, and then I put the year, and that is me. 2024. 2003. And that is our red panda. I'm quite pleased with that. First one back. Thank you so much for joining us. If you have watched us live, if you're watching this retrospectively, hello. We will be back next week drawing the golden snub-nosed monkey, and with some more facts on that one as well. It will be a nice new challenge for us. It might be a tricky one, but
I'm guessing it's got a golden nose.
it's got a no.
Oh.
It hasn't. It's got a blue nose.
What?
Yeah, but his fur is very golden, so I assume that's where it's from. So yes, we'll be learning all about that. Hope you have had a lovely Monday morning.
Enjoyed it.
And you're going to have a lovely lunch, because that's what I'm doing next.
Yes.
And we will see you next week. So thank you for joining us. Don't forget to share your picture if you want to get some feedback from me later on this evening. And see you all later. Bye.